What's going on, everyone? MetalBlade427 here, and I present to you Kingdom Hearts 1.5 Final Mix Remix. In the last episode, we sealed up Hollow Bastion. We went into the Dark Depths, we beat up the Behemoth, and after a little bit of talking with our Final Fantasy friends, because that really dragged on the time from the last episode, we went back in and used our Keyblade to seal it up. In this episode, we are heading to the final world in the game. There's only one more area for us to visit. And normally, I guess, in other games, you may wait to do this, but I'm doing it now because there are original Heartless there. There's some items I want to collect, and there's some things that we need to get before I start doing any side stuff. But first, before we head there, I'm actually going to jump on the gummy ship and head back to Traverse Town because there was something I forgot to show in the last episode. So we're going to head over here to the save point, jump onto the gummy ship, and away we go. I'll meet you there. Alright, there's a tournament being held at the Coliseum. Forgot that this was here. The competition's a lot tougher now, so be careful. Yeah, you have the fourth and final tournament that opens up at the Coliseum, but we'll do that much later. So down here, this is where you would find our final world, but as I said before, we aren't going to do that. We're going to go all the way to Traverse Town. We are going to whoop there, and I will show you exactly what it is I was talking about. Yeah, the final Coliseum battle has opened up. It's huge. It is much bigger than the previous three, and it's going to require a lot of grinding, a lot of leveling up, and a lot of things to do before I even think about trying to go over there and do it. But here we are in Traverse Town, first district, of course, and I am going to go over to the item shop. We are going to go to the accessory shop in a little bit, but the item shop is the first place we're going. These new items that Huey, Dewey, and Louie are selling were actually available to you as soon as you were able to rescue Kairi. So once she gets rescued, then you were able to get these things. So the final upgrade for the shop now contains Auriculum. You can actually buy these without having to worry about finding them. They're very expensive, but it's easier to buy them than it would be to find them. And let's see, what do we got? There we go. Okay, so here's all of Donald's staffs that are available here. I think you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different staffs. We now are able to buy the Wisdom staff. We have that already. And the Grand Mallet. As far as Goofy goes, you can get the Onyx Shield and the Adamant Shield. So you can kind of get an idea what these things all look like because of where they are in the list. I'm going to buy the Onyx Shield. I'm going to buy the Adamant Shields, and for Donald, I think I'm going to pass over the Grand Mallet for right now and just buy the Wisdom Staff. I'm never going to equip these on these guys, but you know what? I buy them anyway just for the sheer fact of to have them and whatnot. I'll come back for the Grand Mallet later. It's nothing different than the other mallets that I've already, collected. Plus, it's an achievement in the game. I already have it, but I'm going to show it anyway. Wisdom Staff, highest level staff. A mystical staff brimming with power raises max MP by 1. Also fairly good for physical attacks. Nowhere near as good as the Wizard Relic, and of course it's sharing the same look, just a color swap than the other staffs, but it's pretty cool. I like the original better personally, but little white staff right here with the yellow hat on it. The Silver Mallet, I believe is, not the Silver Mallet, the War Hammer, the Better Mallet is, I believe, a white color as well. As far as shields go, the Adamant Shield, a large shield best suited for defense, effective against various attacks, and also a powerful assault weapon. Not a bad shield, good for defense. Of course, it's just color swaps from the Stout Shield and the Golem Shield. But, I don't know, out of the three, Golem Shield would probably be my favorite, but this is the Adamant Shield. And the Onyx Shield is a color variation of the Mithril Shield, a well-balanced and effective shield for both attack and defense. You're going to get a much better shield in terms of attack and defense a little bit later, but if you want to equip this, why not? I like it. I think it looks really, really cool. I may throw this on the end card just because I can, but otherwise those are the new weapons for Donald and Goofy. Should you not have collected anything, should nothing have dropped, should you not have won the Herc Shield or anything along that ways, at least Huey, Dewey, and Louie are selling upgraded stuff. Into the accessory shop, a place I haven't been to in quite a while to actually buy anything. Our friendly accessory dealer guy has all level 1 rings, all level 2 rings, so that's Aura. He has level 3 rings, the Agas, and he now sells the guns. So he has Fire Gun, Blizzard Gun, and Thunder Gun. And when you buy these, you get 20% resistance from any element, and your strength and defense go up. So if you're looking to boost any type of stats like that, you know, these aren't a bad buy. They're expensive again, but just something to remember and something to see. I think these three, the gun abilities, are new to Final Mix. I don't remember them in the original Kingdom Hearts at all. Let's see what else we got here. Okay, I think that's pretty much it. I'm actually going to head out to the gummy ship, and there's one more thing I'm going to show you, because I'm going to break up the last level a little bit, so I need to kind of kill a little bit of time right now. So in order to do that, I'm going to do a quick tutorial on the actual gummy ship building process. I know I haven't talked about it or shown it or anything like that through the entire game. Might as well do it now because we have it. You go on in, Excalibur is like the default name for your ship, and you can use the stick in order to move your gummy ship around. You have your entire field of vision right here, so all of these squares shows how much size the gummy ship can be. You can flip through all of your different gummies using the left and right directional pads, and when you want something, you just, well, you can change the color of it. That's a different thing that I have, or you can buy the color swap. That's how everything on my gummy ship kind of looks the same. And now you have to use your directionals and the L1 and R1 to go up and down in order to, you know, get stuff where you need it to go. You can hold on to it and you can move it around to other places. This is all just a basic build off of the original gummy ship that we got way back at the beginning. If you're good at creating these things, you can make all different types of shapes and sizes and designs. And, well, there you go. There's scissors, G, and here's paper. I don't think there's rock in here, and if there is, I haven't found it. But yeah, so that's pretty much how the gummy ships work. You can flip through, you can kind of look through all the different components that you have, all the engines, all of the protect blocks and everything add shielding or less damage you would take and more health to your ship. So you definitely want to go to like the ones that say reduce damage from attacks by a lot. Every time you replace a new cockpit, your ship gains more health as well. The better wings you put on means that the better maneuverability you have. Of course, all the new weapons and things along that ways. So there's a whole lot of different options that you can have for the gummy ship. And I figured I might as well just show this off now as I'm messing around, putting around some blocks. So here you go. I'm just throwing on 4 more blocks down underneath my cockpit, raising it up a little bit. And now I have more defense for that ship. I'm going to mess around a little bit more. There's a lot of different items that I got for the gummy ships in quite a while. Better shields, more nets, better lasers and things like that. So I wanted to just throw this out really quickly before we head to the final world, because it's going to be the last path that we take with our gummy ship. So let me finish this up now while I figure out exactly how I want my gummy ship to look. And when I'm done with this, I will meet you back at the World Select screen. Alright, we are all set and ready to go. Moving on to the final destination in this game. The final world, the final big map area, however you want to call it, we need to go. Right down here, let's be off. I didn't do too much to the gummy ship, but I did add a few new things. First off, as Chip is telling us, equipped a speed gummy and enables acceleration. Sounds good. Basically, you hit square, and your gummy ship flies forward, there we go, at a pretty good speed. This is, I believe, a Haste 2 gummy. I got that from one of the blocks or whatever it is. I believe Sid sells a Haste 1 earlier on in the game, but there was a point in time when I just stopped going to him for gummy ship parts because I didn't really care too much. I also managed to pick up a Shield 2 at some point, and that enables to put a shield all around my gummy ship rather than just in one location. The original Shield 1 just kind of went wherever you put it, and a shield was generated around that area. So it'd be better off to put it in front of your ship because that's where everything was coming from. Shield 2 enables me to have a shield all over the place, so no matter which way the Heartless ships are coming from, whether it be front, back, and the side, I am at least somewhat protected. You can also see that I have a lot more health right now for my ship, and we're coming across these guys, and these are probably some of the strongest Heartless ships in the game, and they come at you in a large number, and they are doing a massive amount of damage. Time to avoid. They come in apparently 2 colors, red and white, but that's alright. There we go. Finally, got through them. Very good. We're almost at our destination. Only a few more of these guys to get through, which is fine because I have no more power left anyway, and there it is. That is the final world. Again, just like Hollow Bastion, not based off of any particular Disney movie in general. It is, of course, supposed to be just a last-ditch planet, per se, that the Heartless have gotten. So, let's go in. What a creepy place this is. No music, just nothingness. The end of our journey brings us to the end of the world.
Gorge, is that all that's left of the worlds taken by the Heartless?
Those worlds will be restored if we beat Ansem, right?
You betcha!
But if we do beat him, and all these worlds become restored and disconnected, what's gonna happen to this place? And to us?
Well,
This is a Heartless world, so maybe it'll just disappear.
huh?
But no worries. Even if this place goes poof, our hearts ain't going nowhere. I'm sure we'll find our pals again. Yep, I just know that we will. Yep.
Yeah, you're right. I'll return this. I promise.
Alright, here we are in the end of the world. Very interesting way to open up this place. You have kind of an endless sea of Wogoof, of nothingness that leads to a portal-ish deal. As you run along, you will encounter these. These are giant balls of energy that warp you to, I guess, an alternate area where you are forced to fight very difficult enemies. These are invisibles. 300 HP, 120 experience, and they drop a pretty interesting set of stuff. A Gale, which is a very rare synthesis item, and the Auriculum. These are Heartless wielding a large sword. These winged Heartless can move freely through the air. Besides their sword, they attack with their tail and wings. With their high attack power, they often defeat their foes quickly. Be careful of invisible. They literally will become invisible and transform into this weird black circle thing that will encircle one of your characters, including Sora or whatever. And after so much time, it'll do an attack and it'll be really, really strong. And you're going to be finding these invisibles all over the place here at the end of the world. Now, as you saw, that little ball thing transported me to a room, and there was a chest in it, but it was actually the chest within this room. We just couldn't get it until we had beaten that, like, skirmish or whatever it is you wanted to call it. There's also invisible walls around here, so it can make for traveling a little bit annoying. Alright, what's in this one? A battle! You get these as well. Random battles that pop up every so often. What do we got? We only got some dark balls and we got some invisibles. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a summons. We haven't done these in a while. Actually, I think the only one I ever saw was Simba. Let's bring out the genie. See what he has to say about this situation. Alright, there we go. I probably should think a little bit better about summoning these in areas that I don't have to worry about dying, but ideally speaking, the way Genie works is you lock onto an enemy, and he'll lock onto a few other ones as well, and every time you hit triangle, he'll do Showtime, in which he will fire off magic and whatnot at a rapid rate, and be a pretty good way of destroying a large amount of enemies quickly. Unfortunately, with the invisible sake, they have a lot of health to them, and they are pretty high in defense, so he didn't do too much. Plus, I always had to make sure that I wasn't dying and wasn't going to die and things along that ways. But there you go, that was Genie. Nice and simple. Let's finish up this guy. And there's also, like, this weird delay after you finish beating all of the enemies. Like, there's nothing on the screen, there's absolutely nothing here. So now you just have to wait until the game has decided, alright, we're done with you in this area. Let's bring you back to that world of nothingness. Don't worry about getting lost here. Pretty soon, how stupid. If you look at the little pieces of, like, floating earth-ish deal, or whatever it is down there, they actually point you in the direction that you need to go. So you just kind of follow wherever the tip of the triangle is, and you'll be able to stay on your path and get to where you need to get to, no problem. You don't have to worry about getting lost or anything along that ways. Oh boy, another battle. Isn't this exciting? What do we got? Oh, hello! Okay. This actually is not the same behemoth that we fought in, at Hollow Bastion. It may look like it, but it's a different color scheme. And in the original Kingdom Hearts, it technically was the same behemoth, but here in Final Mix, this is considered an Arc Behemoth. which is a behemoth subspecies. Although similar in appearance to the behemoth, it lacks their aptitude. However, it shares their strength and weakness. He has 1,050 health, will give you 450 experience. He'll drop like a various amount of money and HP and MP balls after you beat him, but he does have a chance of dropping a Mithril Shard, and he does have a very small chance of dropping more Omega Arts, which would be wonderful to get, but at the same time, we're going to be making better stuff whenever we go back to the synthesis shop. And you're going to take him out the same way you took out the other behemoth. They're really not too difficult to deal with. I think you have to fight maybe 2 or 3 of them as you go through the end of the world. But there you go. There's a lot of stuff that fell. No Omega Art, no Mithril Shard, whatever. No big deal. Alright, let's go. There we are. And we get a Mithril from that box. Even though it contained a battle, it also contained an item, but you were only able to get it after you had defeated the enemy within it. Oh, here comes another random battle. What's this one? Anything exciting here? Ooh, new enemies. Okay, so these things flying above us are Angel Stars. 220 HP, 150 experience. They drop a various amount of items as well, just like the Invisibles. They also drop a Gale, and they can drop Mithrils. These are flying Heartless that cast potent spells. They are born of holy spells. They attack from long range with magic. They block physical attacks with their wings, making them difficult to defeat. Not really so much right here because I was able to take them all out, not too bad. But they do have a really annoying habit of pulling their wings down in front of them, and just as Jiminy Journal said, they are invulnerable to physical attacks, so you have to keep whacking at them until they move their wings out of the way, or hit them with some type of spell in order to get them to take some damage and possibly drop out of their defensive position. Come on, no battle, no battle! Okay, I'll take the Mithril Shard, sounds good to me. What else we got? We got up over here another one. There's just so many chests in this one little area, and not only that, but many battles as well. Okay, so there's no more new enemies for us to deal with, but I say we continue doing our summon showing after I not die, because that would be wonderful not to die. Ow! Okay, come on, come on, come on. Alright, Goopy's up. We needed everybody up. I have 2 MPs, so I can summon Bambi. Let's summon him. And yes, Bambi is a boy. A lot of people, I think, thought Bambi was a girl. No, Bambi is a boy. He is the prince of the forest. Aw, how cute. Bambi's summons is really interesting. Basically, Bambi's going to be jumping around the field, and as you fight enemies and hit them and do damage and whatnot, he will have a charge meter that builds up. And every time it fills completely, he will drop an item, and the item will depend on what area what area you're in. So he'll drop different items at different points in different worlds. Unfortunately, I'm not going to get him to drop an item. He's just going to be running around dropping MP bubbles. But if you pay attention to my MP during this fight, rewind to take a look or whatever, you'll see that I gain MP really fast with Bambi. Because he'll drop giant MP bubbles and my magic will just fly up and very rarely ever run out. Which works considering we're fighting Invisibles and they do a massive amount of damage, as I have graciously informed you guys of before. Come on, get back here! There we go. Good thing about the Invisibles is that when you beat them, they do drop a lot of HP balls, so even though they dish out a lot of damage, they do heal a lot of health as well. Alright, good. We get a pretty stone. That's pointless. That's 100 money that I can sell for, so it means nothing to me. Alright, what do we got here? A cottage, speaking of things that mean nothing to me. And we have 2 more chests over this way. Let's hop and glide our way over. It's interesting because you don't think there's a ground, but Sora's definitely casting a shadow down there, so there's got to be some solid mass below him. More fighting, more fighting. I think for this one, let's summon the great and mighty Mushu. I'm not a big fan of Mushu in this game. I think that maybe the spell could have been better, but then again, I'm probably summoning him and not the most easiest of fights.
I am Mushu!
Yeah, Mushu! So basically, Mushu's going to be sitting on top of your head. You can't actually attack. You would press and hold the triangle button, and this would cause Mushu to kind of fire at almost a machine gun rate. Unfortunately, I can't really show it off very well here because I'm too busy avoiding and dodging and trying not to die, so as I heal myself and throw elixirs and magic and everything, I think I'm just going to dismiss him because I don't have any access to my Keyblade while Mushu is on my head. Maybe if it was a different situation I could use him, but that's basically what Mushu does. I also just wanted to show what the summon animation was for when I bring him into battle. Alright guys, let's bring it together now. Let's actually do this. Hey, I got a Gale. Nice. Those drop a lot more often than you would think. Even though they look like an extremely rare and hard to get material, you don't need them for too much, and these guys aren't really that shy about letting them go. Alright, there we go. I like it. Very good. What next? Come on. I don't want to be here anymore. There we go. Alright. And it contained a Gale anyway, so you're gonna get one regardless. I gotta go down this way. The path to this one is a little off, like a little off-center-ish, so you may be running into a wall a little bit trying to get to this fight. And I'm just gonna take this fight under normal circumstances using... What am I wearing? What am I having? Oh, I have the Divine Rose. Alright, well that's pretty cool. That should be able to take these guys out. What else do I have? I can summon Dumbo, but I'm gonna use Dumbo for a little bit later. There's, a particular enemy in this game that's new to Final Mix that I actually rather like using Dumbo on, and when I go and do my plans for after I finish up this world, that's when you'll see Dumbo. And then at that point, you would have seen every summon. The only other summon that you haven't seen so far, Apia, nice, I'll take it, is Tinkerbell. And Tinkerbell is extremely useful for the one of the bosses here at the end of the world, as well as kind of like this gauntlet of enemies that you gotta fight, but that's all for a little bit later, and I'm apparently stuck in a wall right there. Alright, around we go, we're good. We have one more big orb in order to fight through. And this contains another Arc Behemoth. So let's just take him down the way we did, well, the last two. Even though, again, the one that we fought at Hollow Bastion is just considered a regular Behemoth. Oh no, he got off his special technique. That's going to hurt. There it is. Oh man, I tell you, that second chance ability and whatnot, the second you get that ability for Sora, make sure you put that on him. That has saved my butt more times than I can count, and I really need magic. There we go, okay. With Donald and Goofy being out of the fray, I kind of need to reassess the situation, get a hold of it all, and gain control back. Alright, come on. Oh, thank you, Goof. Thank you for being alive. Give me magic. You want to give me magic? No? Where'd you go? Goof sounded like he activated one of his special abilities and it just failed. There we go. That's how that's supposed to work. When the Behemoth falls over, and this works for any Behemoth, when he recovers himself, he does a powerful lightning technique. If you manage to cast Cure right before you get hit by the lightning, and you have Leaf Bracer on, you avoid all damage from it. Thank you, Goofy. I could use that extra MP. There we go. Okay, time to take this battle back into my own hands. Enough out of you. Come on, guys. Get him, get him, get him, get him, get him. Jump, 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 and whack him around. Oh, man, he got up. I was hoping that would be able to finish him off. Come on, let's go. Get up on the back. Up, up, up. We only have like 2 more hits to him. There we are. Excellent. Drop anything good? Anything? No. Money, MP, HP. I mean, okay to have, but I'd rather have the items right now. Alright guys, we're done. There we go. Okay, good. Again, always that waiting. But this time, rather than being sent back out to that weird world we were in, we're now sent here. Very, very odd vertical style level, I'd have to say. I wonder where that Ansem feller went. I don't know, Goof. It could be anywhere. Dive into the most dangerous place, and we'll find him. Alright, so as Donald said, we have to kind of dive into the most dangerous place, quote-unquote. And you'll recognize that as you move along. But there's a bunch of chests around here, one of which I would highly recommend you not passing up. Let's see, what do we got here? This is not that one. This one is, well, it's a dark matter, which are very rare to get in this game anyway, so you know what? Best to try to get that whenever you can. I kind of don't remember where some of the chests are. A lot of them are hidden away in all these like little nooks and crannies in here. I love that saying, nooks and crannies. Oh, I missed. That's okay. If you get too far down, like you fall too far, there are ladders on the side of the walls and whatnot that you can use in order to climb up, and then use Sora's glide ability in order to be able to get to different areas. This is the chest that you don't want to pass up all the way on the left side. The Meteor Strike, a new wand for Donald. And let me tell you, it is an awesome wand. If you don't have the Wizard Relic, which I'm so happy I have, this would be your go-to weapon for the remainder of the game. The most powerful staff. Sometimes deals critical blows. Yeah, it doesn't give him any extra MP, but at the same time, look at the strength buildup on this thing. Plus, it's so cool. It's a meteor spell, so you see, like, you know, it look coming down like a meteor, and it has like a face on it and everything. It's a really cool looking staff. One of the best ones to have for endgame. Of course, there are other ones that you can earn by doing side quests and everything, but just to find this on the field and you don't have anything else, like no Wizard Relic or whatever, definitely something to give to Donald if you don't have, you know, any other options. What else do we got? I know I can get around. Can I get up there? No. Something over here? No. Oh, come on. I know something's around here somewhere. Let's try coming back over this way. Oh, there it is. I see it up there. Go, 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 go. And then the rest of these items are just kind of like items. Ultima G, another, believe that's another laser for our gummy ship. Probably won't put that on it because I'm not going to be going through any more gummy ship missions. What's over here? Whoa. Okay. Oh, hi. Oh, okay, some angel stars. Take you down. Where's the other one? There we are. Oh, there's two of them over here. Okay, good. That was simple. And I think, yeah, this little ruby thing here disappears after you beat them, and right below it, poof, we have another chest. That contains a full life G. That would be a new cockpit for your gummy ship. More health and all that other fun stuff. I think that may be it. This is your general destination, like Donald said, diving down to the deepest, darkest parts, and that's exactly what that is. That will bring you to the next area of the end of the world, and then we'll continue our journey through that. But I'm going to stop it right here. In the next episode, as I said, we will jump into the hole and see what this weird planet has in store for us next. Thank you all for watching. Be sure to rate and comment down below, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button so you can get equipped with me, Metal Blade 427. We're nearing the end of the main storyline here, everyone, but don't think that I'm going to go right to the end right away. We have lots to do as soon as we hit the, quote, final rest, which is the point of no return in this game. That's all going to be in the next episode, as well as a few other surprises and some more fun things in order to gain. You have a good one, and I will catch you all later.